Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you on this fine, fine evening? Well, as for me, I'm doing okay. I could be doing great, but I'm doing okay. So, the reason being that I'm doing okay is because I got an issue with Khloe Kardashian. Now, I gotta do a little recap. But before I do my recap, I just have to just express how I feel. I have walked with Khloe because I understand what it's like to love a man. And love a man so much that you would do anything to have that man. And no matter what you do, they continually hurt you. And what most women do, not one time, but 2 times and 3 times, they continually have a baby by the same man, hoping for a different result. The thing is, you now have baby's remorse. There's nothing you can do about that. Now, some of you may think that this is the cruelest thing, but I'm going to be as real as I could be. And if this video get to you, then that would be because little Crone has to approve what I'm about to say. I know what it's like to be really, really hurt. And I have to say it by a black man. It's so funny when you hear things like, darker the berry, sweeter the juice. It's so funny when you hear things, these are cliches, or, they got a big one, But the black man has something that no other man has. He has something in his soul that he knows how to move you with his soul. He knows how to burrow up inside of you and find the mommy in you. It's so weird the way that they love. Either they're going to love you like that because it's just the way they move and they groove. Or they just thug love it, and oh my God. Pity you if you get caught up in a thug love. Whew, my God. But it's just something about the black man and the way that he loves his woman. I'm talking about a real, mature, grown-up black man. Somebody like Ray J. That could get into Kim's head so deeply that he broke up with her. And she became incensed, and he said, how can I be with you after you done stole from my sister? And he said from that day, she had resentment towards him. There's something about that thug love, that love, that if you get locked up in it, if you allow that love to get in you like that, it could drive you insane. I know many of you understand what I'm talking about, especially a lot of you white women that done fell in love with these black men. We black women understand. That's why we like, okay, take them. And it's not because we say take them because it's bad. We say take them because we know that they are broken. And we can't fix them without hurting ourselves. But they are coming together. They are getting it together. They are coming together. And when they can recognize their feet from their head, they're going to be a mighty force to deal with. Because they know how to do the secret handshake. They know how to give respect. They know the game. They just in rebellion right now. But when they begin to take formation, you will begin to understand why the black woman loved him the way she does. And when they fall in love and other cultures fall in love with them, then you understand the magic that they have over their women. I don't understand it, it's in the stars. But I just wanted to say that. And I hope it makes sense. But it's just that with my thing with Khloe, I feel bad for her. I feel sad. I know what it's like to love someone and that you'll do anything out of desperation to hold on to them. And when you wake up, the damage is done and it isn't anything you can do. But the one thing about you, Khloe, is you have money. Look at all the women that don't have money, Khloe. So even in spite of your darkness that you're going to have to walk through it alone. You're not alone, though. So, I don't know if that could help anybody. Because it's like I do feel sorry for her, but this is the path she chose to take. And you know now, I mean, if you know me, I love a black man. I know how to love him now. You have to learn. It's an art. You can't just love a black, you gotta know how. You gotta know how to love a brother. You just gotta learn. Usually once you get beat up once or twice, you be like, I'm done. Well, anyway, Baby Crone?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about that?
No, I do not have anything to add to that.
Was that just too heavy?
No. Reality people out there could be living.
I just had to say it because I so understand Khloe, but she's trying to hide and find fault, and the fault is within herself. She settled. She knew the truth. She didn't want to accept it, even by the whole world told her. She didn't want to tell it. The heart wants what the heart wants. And the day that Khloe can sit down and say, you know what? I wasn't ready to handle the truth. I wasn't done with trying. It was still something else I could have done to save it. Until you get all that out of your system, you're just on a roller coaster. You're in hell. Until you get tired of being in hell. No, not tired. You got to get sick and tired. No. Sick, where you literally sick, where you can't eat and you're losing weight. Sick, where it's affecting your life and your job. Sick, where you need therapy and your friends. Sick, when you get sick. Get it now? Yeah, when you get sick and tired. Then you'll begin to crawl out that hole. Why? Because you'll either die or you want to live. And if you want to live, then you'll learn to crawl out that hole and leave all that negative behind you. I'm telling you, I can't give Khloe no out on this. I hear her up there saying, I didn't know, you're lying to yourself. And every black woman or any woman in the world that has been devastated by a man with some foo-foo, as Baby Crone would say, foolishness, we all know that she knew. We all can agree that she ignored the warning calls. The public yelled so loud that they even got angry with her. She didn't want to listen. And behind the public back, she snuck off and got pregnant with a surrogate. And even to this day, as I told you, this is why I take this so seriously, because I knew that they were together and they were doing something secret. I didn't know if they were going to be getting married or if they were going to have a baby. And I said it. And this is why I'm telling you, I'm so in tune with Khloe. And that family right now is so messed up. And you gotta understand, nobody wants you to see them when they're at their worst. Can you imagine having to dress up when you just felt violated and you gotta put on a smile? See, they living in hell every day because of the price that they made. And we get to watch it and judge it and tell you whether it was hot or juicy enough. And as long as they want that fame and they want that money, what they gonna do? They gonna feed us what we want. See, that's just the beastly system. And we seeing it gobble them up. And we seen it eat up a lot of people. Baby Crone, say something.
Well, all I have to say is Khloe tried to rationalize it because she knows she was wrong. Because in the episode, she said that her and Tristan had the surrogate around Thanksgiving, and then she found out Tristan had gotten his side piece pregnant around the first week of December. And she was just like, well, I don't want anyone to know I had this baby and I look stupid, so I'm just going to keep it hidden.
But I knew. And I'm sure I wasn't the only seer that knew.
Right. And then
astrologer. I knew.
And then when she had the baby, she said that Tristan seems like he wants to be around this time, so she'll just see what happens.
These are the lies that she has to tell herself to keep a storyline. It's like, I got to keep a storyline. I got to keep a storyline because Christian ain't nowhere around, because we done seen Christian all over the place in Italy, under a rock. However, this has been last year, 2001, towards the, this is the way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
They do it where it's behind time, but you can catch up with it in today's time. But it's like it's old, but it's not that old. Because it ties into what they're going to leave you with again to keep you coming back. It's a loop. And it's okay to get tangled up in this loop. I just think you have to learn. You can't take it seriously. You just got to look at it as lies.
Mm-hmm.
Lies. That's what, and then that way you can get the joy of it. As if you're looking at like a scripted show. Because it is scripted.
Yes.
They say it isn't. No, the reason why they say it's not, because they deal with their personal life. That's why. But the things that they show us and allow us to see, those things, believe me, are scripted. Even down to the tears. I'm learning these things. That's how long they have been on TV. They have been on so long that they have become a case study. We can use them in a college.
Yes, I can't believe
as a course to dissect a dysfunctional family.
Honestly.
And for men, this is what has happened if women rule the world. Baby Crone sat over there and did like this, like. It makes you wonder, though.
It does.
It makes you wonder. Prior to that momager, the momager I knew was Ray J's mother.
Mm.
This woman came and took that woman's scepter. And she is the momager of the world. And now we looked up to her as that she was just great. And now we found she was no different than any man out there. She lied and she clawed her way to the top. She slept her way to the top. She pawned her daughters to the top. And now she's got to sit back and look at the damage to what her dream did. And the thing that you can look at them and say, this is a family with no morals. This is not what is that word that I like? Not a traditional, what is it?
Non-conventional.
Yeah, this is what you call the not conventional family of America. And then, what they could do, put this with this Kardashian family with any rich family of a black person. See what I mean? I mean, she just done showed us in a bad light. That's how they viewed us. They viewed us with, I'm not going to be one of them women that have about a lot of babies, got a lot of baby mamas. I'm just saying, make sure I have my baby. My baby going to be about one father. And we like, really? So yeah, my baby may have 2 kids, and they may have different fathers, but I'm not like your sister Khloe. At least my mama told me when to walk away. At least my mama told me, don't let a man steal your soul. So yeah, I may have a baby by 2 different daddies. You have a baby by 2 daddies, so you was a dummy 2 times. Where's your baby? That judging and how they compare these little racial things I find now when I look at their show. The subtleties of it. And they supposed to be above the black family. It's just appalling. But the truth is there are black families that would be that way. As if it was white families or any other family. Not just black, but any family. But since I'm just dealing with black family, they're just any black family with money. Now, there are many, many black families with money. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, I certainly would love to be in the family with, what's her name? With the gay son. He wants to be a girl.
I'm trying to think.
And the father's a basketball player, a football player. And she used to be in Being with Mary Jane.
I'm not positive.
Say the name anyway.
Oh no, I'm not positive what the name is.
See, this is off the cuff, but you all know exactly who I'm talking about. I cannot think of her name right now, but anyway, I would love to be inside that family. Whew, that would be a lot. My point is, I think now when I look at the Kardashian family, the Kardashian is any family that will do anything to get to the top. And I don't think their family have a color. And I think that's what they were showing us. We're non-color, non-binary. We're just going to get to the top. And we'll call on the weakest link. And the black man was the weakest link. We just didn't expect to have their babies the way we did. You know, it went wrong for them because they brought into, black of the berry, sweet of the juice, and they done fell in love with that juice. I know these things may sound horrible, but I get it so much. You know, just like a person from India, they could probably tell you about an Indian man, how to love them, how to love your own. A white woman could probably tell you how to love a white man. You know, you're around it, you know. Even though we're all people, we all human, we have different backgrounds. This is why we as a people need to learn to embrace each other's culture. And stop thinking that one culture is above another culture. I'm just venting. And you are allowing me to.
Well, you was talking about Khloe.
It is all her. Like, this is how grieved she made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. Because she's sitting in the seats of regret.
Right, and it's not just Khloe that's going. Just the Kardashians
I'm not
general.
dealing with them. Then you see, yes. But I gotta say that I wanted to save that for the brown round.
Got you.
That's why I said I was going to talk about all of this, but I said, you know what, I'll save it for the brown round. That's why I said, you know what, I'll just talk about Khloe, because the whole family, the only reason why I am not saddened for the rest of the family is because Kim brought that on herself, her mother brought that on herself, the baby girl brought that on herself, because the baby girl started out young at this.
Yeah.
You know?
Khloe, especially after your tarot reading on Khloe, she just wants love. And she feels like no matter how much she puts effort into the men that she loves, it's just not working for her.
You know what it is? I don't know, but Khloe was younger out of Robert Kardashian, the father kids. She was the young girl. There was 3 girls and 1 boy. She was the youngest out of the girls. So Khloe and what's her name? Kim and Courtney being the oldest, they were older than her. So when they left the house, she was still there. And I think that she may have not been the pretty one. But I think she was probably her mother's helper. Because she seemed like she was the most intelligent one and the motherly one. And the one that they came to with their problems. At least that's the way it was when I watched that show. So that's how she appeared to be to me. And it made her so likable. Because she always seemed like she was the underdog. She didn't look like them, you know. But now, to me, she looks like them. With all that surgery, she looks like them now.
Yeah, I just heard in a somewhat like a documentary, but it was talking about Khloe and how she feels about her looks. And she's talked about in the past how she was teased as a child for not looking like the rest of her sisters, and that she was different.
It's real.
And so now look at her. She made sure that she looked like her sisters.
She looked like her sisters.
And tried to fit in with her sisters. And now she's having love problems like her sisters.
That's what she said?
No, that's just what I'm interpreting.
Go ahead on, baby girl. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, I know I didn't get into it, but I'm going to do this over and we'll see if it's worthy to get out there. That's just my little rant to Khloe Kardashian. I feel sorry for her, but now you have that baby, a baby boy, and love him because he's going to need it. And whatever you feel, don't let him feel it. Even though you say he won't, that baby is a constant reminder of what you went through. So you love that baby. I've said that before and I'll say it again and again and again. So anyway, I just had to say that. So that's all I have to say to my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. My rant about Khloe Kardashian.